Welcome back to the third segment of Azimuth Podcast. I'm Barrett.
And I'm Kimberly. In this segment, we will continue to profile presidential candidates to help you make informed decisions.
Today, we're diving into the political journey of Asa Hutchinson, from his early days in the Arkansas to his current run to the 2024 presidential nomination. Kimberly, this is going to be a very interesting one.
Absolutely, Barrett. Hutchinson's trajectory reflects a lot about American politics, especially in states like Arkansas, which have seen significant ideological shifts.
So let's start at the beginning. Asa Hutchinson was a name that once resonated in the blue corridors of Arkansas. Kimberly, can you walk us through some of his early days?
Certainly. When Hutchinson was coming up, Arkansas was solid blue. But this started to change around the Reagan era. Hutchinson himself was the county chairman in Bentonville, Arkansas, when Reagan was elected, and like many, Reagan converted him.
Ah, the Reagan effect. And Bentonville. That's Walmart territory, right?
Exactly. We don't have any explicit info on Hutchinson's ties to Walmart, if any, but given its significance in Bentonville, one can't ignore its possible influence.
Well, moving on to his interactions with another big name, Bill Clinton. Hutchinson was the state party chairman when Clinton was governor.
Yes, and to add to another layer, he was a House manager during Bill Clinton's impeachment proceeding. Imagine the dynamics there.
Right. And speaking of dynamics, let's touch on Hutchinson's recent stances, particularly on transgender issues.
Well, this is an interesting one. He signed a ban on trans individuals in sports. However, he vetoed a bill banning trans surgeries for minors, citing that it infringed on parental rights.
A nuanced approach and controversial for some.
Very controversial for some, but it is the same nuanced approach that saw him address the aftermath of the George Floyd riots. He not only quelled unrest, but involved BLM community leaders in reforms.
That's leadership. Speaking of Kimberly, Hutchinson's economic achievements as governor are also noteworthy.
Absolutely. A $2 billion surplus and the creation of 100,000 jobs while he was governor. It showcases his economic management skills.
But let's address the elephant in the room, Hutchinson's position on Trump.
His refusal to sign a pledge supporting Trump, if convicted, did alienate some, but it is a testament to his independent thinking.
And speaking of his positions, his foreign policy, especially regarding Ukraine, speaks volumes about his stance on the global platform.
Definitely. And his proposals on domestic energy, domestic supply chains, and reversing Biden's orders align him with a nationalistic, pro-growth stance.
So, Kimberly, let's watch Governor Hutchinson's campaign video from his website, asa2024.com.
Hi, I'm Asa Hutchinson, and I'm running for President of the United States of America. I find that people are always curious as to why I'm running for president. The answer is that I care deeply about this country, and it is on the wrong track under President Biden. I'm prepared to meet the greatest challenges we face as a nation. My experience is unmatched. I served as head of the DEA, and I'm prepared to provide real solutions for the fentanyl crisis our communities face. When it comes to securing our border, I had that responsibility under President Bush, and I know what needs to be done. As governor of Arkansas for 8 years, I not only balanced the budget, but created record surpluses. I'm deeply concerned about our nation's $32 trillion debt, and I know we have to stop living off of borrowed money. As president, I will have a pro-growth energy policy. In other words, let's unleash our energy producers so we can grow our economy and be energy independent. My experience as a federal prosecutor is important for our nation as we meet the challenge of violence in our cities. And yes, I believe in America that leads. We will compete with China and continue our support of Ukraine. I'm excited about the opportunity this campaign brings to shape the future and to set an example in the White House of leadership based upon our national character and individual freedom. That is why I'm running for president. Please join the team by visiting asa2024.com.
Okay. That was pretty good. I mean, it's short and sweet. Not a lot of music or no music whatsoever. Not a lot of imagery. It was just him laying out the facts as he saw them. So, yeah. So, Kimberly, what strengths have you identified for Governor Hutchinson?
So, strengths. One, he has broad experience. Hutchinson has held positions at various levels of government from local to federal. His roles range from U.S. attorney to governor, giving him a comprehensive understanding of the system. 2, his economic management. His tenure as governor of Arkansas saw a $2 billion surplus and the creation of 100,000 jobs, thus showcasing his ability to oversee economic growth and stability. 3, balanced approach to crisis. Hutchinson's response to the George Floyd riots, particularly involving community leaders for reforms, shows a propensity for balanced governance and crisis management. 4, foreign policy stance. His pro-Ukraine stance indicates a clear understanding of international geopolitics and the importance of a robust NATO to deter potential aggressions from countries like Russia. 5, commitment to core conservative values. From his history of tax cuts to the initiative to increase computer science education, Hutchinson has shown a dedication to certain core conservative principles. And Barrett, do you see any potential weaknesses?
Yeah, I do. I see a few. So his nuanced stances might alienate some core voters. Decisions like vetoing the bill banning trans surgeries for minors while banning trans athletes from sports might alienate staunch conservative voters who prefer more definitive stances. His relationship with Trump, he refused to pledge support for Trump if convicted, may turn away a significant faction of the Republican base, particularly the more loyal Trump supporters. His involvement with the Clinton impeachment, and as he served as the House manager during Bill Clinton's impeachment trial, he may not resonate well with certain centrist or left-leaning voters, making it difficult for Hutchinson to gather broad bipartisan support. And also a potential lack of charismatic appeal. Compared to some more media-savvy politicians, Hutchinson might lack the charismatic appeal to energize a national electorate, especially younger voters. And then finally, the potential corporate ties. Given Bentonville's significance with Walmart, any uncovered ties or dealings with the corporation might be viewed critically in an area where corporate-minded political relations are under the microscope.
He's certainly a complex figure, Barrett. Someone who's navigated the intricacies of local and national politics with a distinct touch.
Well said. And that's it for today's episode, folks. We encourage our listeners to engage with us on social media. Let us know what questions you have for these candidates and what issues matter to you. We're here to help make sense of the race, but we're also here to give you, our listeners, a voice.
Thank you for tuning in as we aim to release new full episodes on Tuesdays and the individual segments throughout the week. Thanks and goodbye. Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy our show with all the stories we share, we would love your support.
And it's as easy as clicking that subscribe or follow button. This will ensure you never miss an episode and keeps us bringing you these important stories. Your support makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for being part of our podcast family.
Thanks, and keep tuning in.